If I had chosen a different path, in life, a different path, and I just completely stayed away from all Black people, my life would have been way better, like way better. If I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up or from my church and lived in the suburbs and finished college, yeah, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life.
Biracial people in this country has always struggled for their identity, so they say. And I find that often to be a lie, because they always say, I never fit in on the Black side, I never fit in on the white side, which we know that that's a lie because Big Mama always accepted everybody. The problem was they always wanted their acceptance on the W side, and which they wasn't getting. So you see this girl now, she's so disgruntled because she made bad choices, indulged in casual sex, and it backfired on her. And dealing with people within the Black community. So now she's disgruntled, and she's saying she should have stayed on the W side. She should have married somebody and got with somebody in her classrooms, and should have did all these things, and she's done with Black people. But that's because she was always seeking acceptance from that side that wasn't accepting her. Now, to be light-skinned in the Black community, it has its perks and it has its privileges. Because we know that when you're a light-skinned woman and you look very good, you get pushed to the front of the line very well, because colorism in our community still is rampant and it runs high. I mean, you have sisters that look like this speaking this way.
As a biracial, light-skinned woman in this country, I do not understand what it feels like to wake up in the morning and fear for my life based on the color of my skin. And that's my privilege. And I'm very aware of it now more than ever.
So as I was saying, we know that light skin gets you a lot of perks and a lot of privileges. You know, a lot of men, especially in the Black community, will start throwing resources at you. You see a lot of the light-skinned girls with, a lot of material items, and a lot of men are just chasing them down. But there's a woman named Danger, and she was on one of the reality shows with Ray J, and she was very pretty, and she was on one of the series where they called Danger Smash the Homie, and on as you can see, she gained some weight, but on this show she was very, very gorgeous, man. But this happened to her on the show.
And then getting with someone and not knowing who they were with, it can't completely be her fault.
Ray J, you're getting our opinions here right now, but the decision is ultimately up to you.
Listen, y'all, I like Danger. She's 100% real. If she said she smashed the homie, she smashed the homie. Wow. She said she smashed the homie. Wow. At least she's keeping it real.
Okay, she smashed the homie. Danger. She smashed the homie. Danger. She smashed the homie.
Now, this woman was a biracial girl. She was on the show, and as you can see, she was extremely beautiful, extremely gorgeous. They were saying that she was smashing the homies back then, and she was a girl that grew up, in the little W suburbs, and she was enamored with the so-called hood, and she came over to the hood. And remember, I told you guys, they say that they never accepted by the Black side, but they always find themselves over here with us, right? But say they never, but they always yearn to be with the other side. But some years have passed, some time has passed, and she doesn't look like that anymore. She's went through the rigors and the hardships of life, and she's very disgruntled and very upset now. She's saying that she was in an abusive relationship. She's gained a lot of weight, and she doesn't look anything like this anymore. She's very upset, and guess who she's upset with? Check this out.
Yeah, it's super interesting being back on social media now at 37 years old and just seeing the questions people are asking me in the comments and stuff. And, I like to be honest. I really like to be honest, because I feel like if people are honest, it's just good for everyone. So I really am just going to be honest.
Select arm system type. Arm stay.
If I had chosen a different path, in life, a different path, and I just completely stayed away from all Black people, my life would have been way better, like way better. If I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up or from my church and lived in the suburbs and finished college, yeah, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life without any drama at all, without any abuse at all. Like, I could have just found a nice person and married them, and they wouldn't have been black, and my life would have been awesome. Awesome. I wouldn't have been in the hospitals. I wouldn't have been in the jails or the prisons. I wouldn't have gotten attacked. And 100% of the people who attacked me were black. 100% of them were black. 100% of the people that I've had to fight were black. 100% of the people that watch that show that are already, with just being on social media again, are saying fucked up shit. And you know, what's interesting about this whole thing, right, is had I not been so empathetic to the black situation, and had I not really just known about the history and read so many books in college. I read Elaine Brown's book, she's a Black Panther. I read a lot of the Black Panthers books in college, and I was super upset about what was happening. And I did not have a black family. I had maybe like a handful of people who were black in my family. Everybody else was not black. And yeah, they treated me bad, but not as bad as the black family members treated me. No. My black family members treated me the worst, not the other races. And black people in my schools and in the community treated me the worst, and still do. So I'm saying all this to say, I never wanted to be your role model. I never wanted to be your icon. I do. I do. You. And why would I not? Why would I not you? Look what you've done to me. Look how you've ruined my life. But also, I do love you. I do. I still love you. I still love my fans. I love the community. I love black people. I do. I still do. But I you guys too. I you. I how ignorant you are. How you post my naked pictures and tell me about dangerous smash homies. I do. And if you do that to my face, I'll probably punch you in the face if I see you. So I would really suggest, if you see me in public, be as respectful as possible, because I do not give a I will knock you out, and then I'll do a video of you and put it on my page. And I have money, so I'll just hire a lawyer and then I'll get you locked up. Like, I don't give a anymore. Like, I didn't give a then, but I really don't give a now. And I have resources. So yeah, if I'm out with my son and you see us, if you're not going to be respectful, you better just walk the other way. Because if I'm out with my son and you start up some shit, I'll take you out. Like, I will just take you out. Like, I don't give a at all. I'm not playing no games with black people anymore.
So she was really crashing out online, like just talking crazy, you know, talking about all the bad things that happened to her, the way her W family treated her bad, but the black family treated her worse. She can't stand the black people because they're ignorant. If you run up on her, they're going to, you know. And I just think that she was enamored with black culture, and she wanted to be a part of it. And she came in and made a lot of bad decisions. She didn't have a lot of guidance. I don't hear any talk about her father, where her father is. I don't know if her father's the African-American or her mother. I don't see any type of guidance or protection. She was abused. She went through all kinds of stuff, and she's very disgruntled, and she's very upset. But now she's making more videos, and she's in an even tougher situation, because now she's saying this.
Okay, so me and Jay are at a shelter. I've made a lot of mistakes that led up to this point. And I think the biggest one, even though my circumstance was different because of my mental illness, I think the biggest one is not protecting my son more. Because a lot of women will say, oh, well, he was abusive to me, but he didn't abuse the children. Well, if your partner, husband, significant other, whatever, abuses you in front of your children, no matter what, verbal, physical, anything. That is child abuse. So they shouldn't even have that on the forms. If he abuses you, he abuses your child.
So now she's homeless and she's going through it. And I can tell you young women out there, man, if you don't have no protection, like you don't have a father, uncle, male figures around you to protect you, you have to make better decisions in life. She went out there and she made bad decisions, and now those decisions are catching up to her. You know, she has nude photos online where she's spreading her butthole open and everything. So I know that she has her whole phase where she was out there just wilding, just doing her. And a lot of things now based off of her decision making is coming back to hurt her. It's coming back to harm her. And she's very disgruntled. She's very upset. She's with a man that was physically abusing her. And she's blaming it all on black people, saying that everything bad that happened in her life, she could attribute that to black people. Well, I mean, that's her opinion. If she's going to say that's her experience, but you know, man, it's sad. It's sad, but like I said, life is about choices. It's about the choices that you make. And she was on a Love and Hip Hop show or whatever it is with Ray J, and we already know how the Hollywood scene go. And she went over there looking the way that she looked at that time when she was a lot of pounds lighter. She was very beautiful. Hollywood ate her alive. Like I said, they had her posing nude. She was smashing the homies. She was doing all kinds of stuff, and then ended up meeting a guy that was beating her. And this is her life. And now she's in a homeless shelter because her and her son was homeless. So this could be a cautionary tale to a lot of you young girls out there where you think you know everything and you ain't experienced enough life yet. I hope that y'all can learn from this, man. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.